them? Gibbs was such a do-everything player for them last year. How have they compensated for losing him, and who do you have to worry about?
Well, I think Gibbs was a guy in tough situations when they're struggling. You know, they can ride him. He'd hit big shots. He'd take big shots. He shot a lot of threes, but he also had a little bit of a post-up game. He drove the ball to the rim. You know, right now I think Abreu and Conley, when they play well and shoot the ball well on the same nights, you know, they're tough. When they're making shots, both of them, they're tough because they spread you out. And, you know, they rebound the ball very well on the offensive glass because Agantu and Delegro just pound the offensive glass. Physical specimens that really compete. Their guards don't rebound. Agantu and Delegro just clean up on the glass. I mean, they take up a lot of space. They're physical. They take great pride in it. So if those two guys, you know, are rebounding well, and Abreu and Conley are making shots, they're tough. They're really tough, and they always seem to make them against us. I mean, last year in this building, that might have been, I don't know if I've seen a team in the American East shoot the ball that well in a conference game since I've been here, the way UNH came out and shot the ball in the first half last year. So, you know, they're dangerous, and they always seem to shoot it well against us.
Same five, do you think?
Yeah, you know, I don't know about that. You know, originally, you know, right after a game, you know, sometimes you don't think before you speak, and you get frustrated. You let your frustrations get the best of you, and you know, I've got to sit down and watch the tape before I make quick judgments. You know, I think if I do go with the same five, I can't go too long if we don't have great energy. You know, and it's funny. The other night, you know, the guys that started struggled a little bit, and it was another one of those nights where our bench struggled as well. But I don't think anybody anticipated Will not scoring. You know, even if he played poorly, not scoring. You know, and I think that's something that played right into Vermont's hands, because when we played last year, they had a lot of trouble with Will and Timmy. And you know, Timmy didn't play well in the first half, but he really attacked in the second half, and he was aggressive. And we did collectively. We just missed layups and some easy shots, and you know. So Will did practice very well yesterday and very well today, and you know, hopefully again for this group right now, I think carryover is the big thing we've talked about. It's got to carry over to the game.
So on the first day, he didn't spend any time talking about the opponent, it's just about you guys. Did that help yesterday, do you think, just focusing on yourselves rather than doing any UNH scouting and that stuff?
I feel like it helped tremendously. Like, we, as a team, aren't like executing what we need to do and our principles, and to get back to that and to focus on that should be beneficial in going into the game tomorrow.
Will said you went into his office maybe, what, Monday, I think, maybe yesterday?
Yeah.
And you had something you wanted to get off your chest or say to him. What did you say to him?
I basically felt like lately, like over this past month, that just passed last 6-7 games, that I've been in a slump, and I just wanted to talk some things out and just ask him how can I help the team and help myself get out this slump that I'm in, and just be able to be a productive player out there on the court.
What advice did he have for you?
He just told me to just stick with it. He felt like my effort took a step back and my focus took a step back, and to hear from him and for him to tell me things that I need to focus on helps me to narrow things down and just put what's important in perspective and just focus on those things and just help myself to get better and to move on.
At first, when he took you out of the starting lineup, did that hurt your confidence at all, or sting at first when he did it?
I felt like it had an effect on me, and I think I responded the wrong way to the situation. And now, over time, I just feel like it's time to get out the slump and time to get back on that court and be productive.
Do you have the Brooklyn swagger? Is it coming back?
I'm trying, like the last couple of practices, I'm trying to been getting it back, just working hard more of anything. I'm over with the swagger thing. It's just about working hard and executing and getting what we have to do done, and just playing hard. Shots haven't been falling, but I feel like our effort and our intensity is one of the things that definitely has to pick up.
Could you play like a Jarrell Hastings type of role on this team, do you think? Maybe a defensive stopper, an energy guy off the bench, Mike?
I think I have that ability to do that, because I'm a good defender, I'm active, and I'm one of the vocal guys. So I think I can step in and play that role, as well as being the player I am as well. So.
How important is it for, especially the seniors, to realize, you know, starting off 0-2 in American East play, you got to turn things around quickly?
It's definitely important. Like, this is our last hurrah, our last go round. So. We don't want to dig ourselves too much of a hole, so we need to pick it up right now. And I think that lately last couple practice, we understood that and we went hard and we focused on us rather than just other teams and making shots. We focused on the little things that win games for us.
How important is it for you guys that Will Harris kind of, I mean, obviously he's not going to go scoreless every game, but he's got to be a presence.
With Will, more so, I think it's more of us and himself not putting too much pressure on him to make shots and then box out and rebound and hustle and get the loose balls and do those things and get himself involved in the game in that aspect, in that way, rather than just so focused on making shots, because he able to do other things on the basketball court.
I remember last year against UNH, they really kind of choked you guys off inside the second half and forced you guys to shoot jump shots, and you guys weren't able to make them pay. Do you think you'll be able to do? We know you guys are coming off a bad shooting game. Do you feel you'll be able to knock down some jump shots this time?
I feel like we will be able to make shots, and it's just most of the thing we worry about right now is just executing and playing hard. I feel like our effort hasn't been there, so we really not worried about making shots right now. We worried about just putting forth that effort, executing on the defensive end, because that's what we made our blueprint on. And we're just gonna have to keep focusing on that and keep working at that.
Is this a tough game to, they're 0-2, you're 0-2, you're going on the road. Is this kind of a, you guys, Coach Brown said you guys need a win. Do you need a win?
We definitely feel like we need a win. We both 0-2. Somebody has to come out with the win, and why not us? And so we just going in there trying to fight, trying to battle, and make up for the mistakes the slip-ups that we had in the first two conference games.